Hello to all of you. I'm going to do another British film that I really enjoyed watching. It's another old matinee that was made in 1950, and it is called 7 Days to Noon. And it's about this scientist who works in the British atomic weapons place of some sort, but he's got a little bit AWOL, a bit crazy, maybe a little bit doodladdy, I suppose, in some ways, and he's stolen a very small atomic device in his briefcase, and he's absconded. No one knows where he's gone, but because of the delicate nature of his employment and the secrets, government secrets that he knows, where atomic weaponry, atomic bombs and things, that type of research, he's stolen a device, an atomic device that can fit inside a small leather case. So there's no need for any wonderful sort of like, supersonic TV creations of something brilliant. All you've got is this little suitcase that this man's carrying around with, this sort of inoffensive looking little man. And he's played by an actor called Barry Jones, who I think comes from the Channel Islands, Guernsey or Jersey, somewhere like that. He's a Guernsey or Jersey man by, in real life. But apart from that, I don't know much more about this particular actor. Andre Morel, he plays the police chief that has to find this man because he's written a letter and he's threatening to detonate this atomic device in the centre of London. And it causes this great big stir because they know what this man's capable of, and they know that he has the knowledge on all these things, and they know that he's got this small atomic device inside a very almost like a doctor's leather case, and they can't find him. There's this manhunt for him, and he's evading capture. And then in the end, they manage to make a whole story about them trying to find this man, and it's really good. It's very tense and it's very exciting, and it's all obviously set in 1950. Britain of 1950s, post-war Britain, and there's something. I mean, I just love that type of Britishness, especially that old matinee feel. And this was sort of like, I don't think it gets enough credit for what it really is, and it's not really on TV very much. But they have to, obviously the government has to sort of evacuate the city, or the entire population of a certain part of the city where this bomb's going to be detonated. They've got to evacuate it, and as they're checking everybody out and checking all these derelict houses, you've got looters and all that trying to rob people, because everywhere's deserted, and you've got the army on patrol, and it really atmospherically captures all that sort of emergency situation of them evacuating the city, families, children, and all this sort of thing. And the police are meanwhile trying to hunt this man down, and we see where this nervous sort of like dishevelled, sort of beady-eyed man is trying to hide with he's got this sort of attack of morality and his own sense of the word, but he thinks by setting off this bomb he can persuade people to not go forward with the research on nuclear weapons and things like that. So he's just sort of got this twisted moral that he could do some good, but it's just not working. And everywhere he's walking, he's seeing great big pictures of himself. Have you seen this man? And there's posters of him everywhere, and he's trying to duck and dive. And in the end, it all gets down to a part in a big scene in the church. The whole area of the city is deserted, but there's this one man in this church with his atomic device, and the army have turned up. They've got to stop him from setting it off. And once again, we have a grumpy NCO in the form of Victor Madden, and a very young Henry G or McG, who used to be in the Benny Hill show, in the adverts, the Honey Monster adverts for the sugar puffs, with the chin and that funny face grin. They're all the soldiers in it, but it's quite a dramatic ending, and the actual whole story works really well, and it's a favourite of mine. It's again one of my British sort of matinee cult things that I think we've made so many good underrated films in the late 40s, 50s and early 60s. We had a good lot of dramas, and they were just done so well. I mean, there was probably a few bad ones, as as well, but many of them are so underrated nowadays, and it comes from a time where that type of filmmaking is lost to us. We've lost it a long way, and it would be easy to resurrect something like it. I think it would be nice if they could, but it's sort of like an art that's lost. But anyway, if you ever get a chance, go for this one, 7 Days to Noon. And it's a really exciting drama about a man trying to blackmail the British government to stop the atomic program or stop the development of atomic weapons, because they're terrible things, and just to prove it, he's going to set one off if they do not comply with his wishes. And that hence the title, 7 Days Till Noon. Very, very good film. Hope you enjoy it. I don't think you can actually download this one off of YouTube. You can get clips of it, but it's quite hard to get hold of. I had to get it on a DVD sent through, but it was cheap enough. But it's a really good film. If you've ever fancied watching it, go for it. Good old British matinee.